very bad. What is going on? How am I sure? I love this game.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Diary of a High Handicapper with me, still your resident High Handicapper. And it's another episode of course footage. Now, if that's all you're here for, I'll put a section in the time bar below so you can skip forward to that. However, if you've watched my previous episodes and you're following my journey, you'll know we've a little bit of admin to sort out, and that's my handicap. So previously I was 25.3. I told you it had to move with my next round, and I'm pleased to confirm that it has. But which way has it gone? Well, I can now tell you that you are looking at a brand new 25.2. I'm so sorry. I know, nothing to write home about, but it is a downward trend, and to be honest, I'm just glad it hasn't gone the other way. I went out and played a 9-hole competition. I scored 16 points. However, I think I was pretty unlucky. On the 7th hole, I pushed my tee shot up the right-hand side and I clipped the tree. I was going to hit a provisional. My playing partner said he saw the ball come down. So we went up. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the ball, and it's too late to go back and hit a provisional. So I had to scratch the hole. It was one of the holes I had 2 shots on. And on the other 4 previous holes that I had 2 shots on, I was averaging 2.75. So if I had found my ball, probably would have finished on about 18 or 19 points. Or at the very least, if I hit a provisional, I probably would have scraped the point and finished on 17, which would have meant my handicap improved further. So there's a lesson in that: always hit a provisional. Anyway, I've been working hard down the range for the last couple of weeks, so I'm pretty happy with the progress I've been making. The range sessions have been going quite well. I'm very happy with my swing, my tempo, my follow through. I've actually been playing around with having a shorter backswing and a longer follow through, so I think that's been going quite well. I've also been working on my mental game. I've downloaded some golf self-help podcasts on my laptop.
You are a strong, independent golfer.
I'm a strong, independent golfer. So I think we're good to go. The course I'm bringing you to today, this is my home course. It's Druids Heath. I joined it in December. I'm absolutely loving down there. It's a beautiful course. And this is my 4th time playing a full 18 holes. So a 25.2 index gives me a course handicap of... Come here, I said. Come here to me. I don't want the neighbours hearing. So 25.2 gives me a course handicap of 29. God, that was terrifying saying that out loud. Now, the reason 25.2 translates to a 29 course handicap is because the course is quite tough and it has a very high slope rating. So bear that in mind when you're watching the footage. Right, let's get down there.
I'm at 85 yards from the pin. Tricky lie. Oh, I got under it way too much. Just going to try and nip this close with a pitching wedge. Not a bad start, come on. It's short, a little bit fadey, but it's on the fairway. Right, so the pin is about 220 and the water is about 160. So I'm just going to aim up the right hand side, and if I hit it short, hopefully land on dry land. I think we could be wet, folks. How's that for luck, folks? Somehow I caught this bit of land and it stayed dry. Now this is not a nice shot. Just taking a sand wedge. think it's just holding the back of the green, but nice shot. Oh, he's done it, what a shot. Right, this is a tricky hole now. It's 164 to the pin, but it's 145 just to carry the water. So I'm taking a 5-iron, I'm actually clubbing up, and I'm actually going to aim a little right then, just to try and add an extra layer of insurance, but let's see how it goes. It's a really poor shot, but it's across the water of a second shot. So I'm just using a pitching wedge to try and put this close. Oh, the ground just disappeared from underneath me. That's very bad. Alright, come on, get your bogey. Bad hole. Let's just forget about it, move on. Does that count as a fairway? What a stroke of luck that was. 4 hybrid. Bad. 155 yards, 6-iron. This must be the jammiest hole of golf anyone's ever played, so I do apologise to actual golfers watching this. I tell you what, 2 putts from 40 feet, I'll take that. Not gonna lie guys, a really mixed bag as a start. I've hit 1 or 2 bad shots and I'm letting that affect my game. Usual story with me, just don't fully concentrate on the job in hand. So from here, forget your idea, concentrate on what I've been practicing. We've a tricky hole here, it's 141 yards to the pin, but it's uphill, so probably plays more like 155. So I'm gonna take a 6-iron and just try and get a good shot up there. Little pep talk worked. I think we might be on the green. How's that for a tee shot? Really important just to get the par. Just lag it up there close. A bit of walk and talk here guys while I go up to the next tee box. It is very tricky being out here trying to record yourself. I don't want to keep going on about it because no one's making me do this, but trying to set up the camera when you're out on a course in front and behind other tee times, you're under pressure to keep up a play, so it's hard not to rush some shots. So I hope you can bear in mind that what you're seeing here now, I would hope, and there's not much pressure on me filming and stuff, I can perform a little bit better. Let's see how it goes. Some bad shots, but scoring wise, good start. Need to get myself a cameraman, that's the problem. About 165 to the front. "51 yards over bunker, but you don't want to be too long because it runs off. So I'm just going to try and knock a 52 over there just before the pin. That's the idea anyway. That's not what I wanted to do. Such a bad shot, put myself in just unnecessary trouble. Killer. Why did I do that? Just make sure you get over the bunker. What a recovery shot that is. My lag putting's going okay. I just got to keep those 2 putts up. The 1 putts will come. Pushed it a little right, so I think we're just in the rough, but should be okay. Decent strike. Okay, so first missed fairway today. I'm about 176 out from the pin, about 150 from the front of the green. I do have a couple of trees in front of me and it is out of rough. I do have 2 shots on this though. Just try and leave myself in front of the green. That's the plan anyway. Absolutely topped. I got away with it though. 82 yards, pin to the front, so you want to be long if anything. Push the left slightly, but I think we have a push. Another 2 putt would do nicely. And a little up the left. Take that. That'll do. Nice bogey. 3 points. Also, just to let you know, we're playing a bit of twilight golf. I am trying to beat the sunset. So I'm trying to get 18 holes in for you, but it might not work. Just bear with me. $152 to the pin, but it's uphill a lot. You want to be long on this green because everything feeds back. So it's about 130 to the front of the green. I'm using my hybrid. It's been a bit temperamental. 40 yards, 58 degree. Probably one of the best shots I've ever hit on camera. He's got his par. What a nice par. We have 148 into the pin. I'm going with my hybrid. It is uphill, so it's probably playing a bit more like 155, 158. So hopefully I just need to slow everything down as usual. When I'm out on the course, everything gets rushed, as you can see. But I'm just going to try and have a nice smooth swing, make sure, really focus on contact. I really need to be getting on the green here. Give myself a chance of birdie, that'd be lovely. telling you, there's a golfer in there somewhere. What a decent effort that was. I'm actually a little long. I've overshot the green. This is a tricky shot. A lot of bumps over the rough, so it's going to bump an 8 iron. Bump and run, guys. I know you love it. And that's why you play a bump and run. I think this would be 4 pars in the front 9, which I don't even think I've ever had 2. Maybe 2. Never had 3. I love this game. Guys, what is going on?
And with that, I finished the front 9 with 45 strokes and 23 points.
All right.
Well, it wouldn't be a high handicapper round without at least one 4 shout now, would it?
Maybe got too cocky. Slice that a little bit out to the right. Let's hope I can find it. So not the worst result. Not too far off the fairway. I am out of position though. There's a bunker in front of me, so I'm just trying to put this back in the fairway in front of the green. Again, not the cleanest, but I did what I said I was doing, getting it back in the fairway. 65 yards, it's a perched green. It's sat up in a bit of rough, taking a sand wedge. I'm probably actually trying to aim over the flag. Phobias include snakes, planes and perched greens. Oh, I didn't even think that was in play. Oh, that's terrible, Jamie. Losing a stroke there is a killer. How am I short?
There's such a positive message and everything.
But look, we're still out enjoying ourselves. Right, it's a really bad course management, I admit that. But an up and down would still get me 2 points, and that's the way I need to look at it from here. So I'm just going to use a pitching wedge, a kind of little stabby one, and just try and pop it up there. That was a centimetre from the flag. Give myself a tricky putt though. It's all downhill and sloping. I do well with a 2 putt here. Not much more I could have done there, to be honest. Other than hole it, of course. Bad course management, got a point, move on, don't think about it. 143 yards to the pin. Just gone 7 iron. Just going to try and concentrate on my range sessions. Just hit another green. I think we're inside 15 feet. When I'm on my own and I'm not worried about anything, I just relax more and I think about what I'm doing. Amazing that, isn't it? Concentration works. What about that for a tee shot? I couldn't do it birdie, could I? I mean, at this stage, I'm not going to be greedy. I'd settle for a par. I think that's my 5th par this round. What is going on? I'm going to ask if I can enter competitions on my own. Relatively straight. Right, come on, Jamie, good contact. Just good contact with the ball and decent pace. That's all you need to worry about. A little bit too tentative. I didn't go after it. I mean, I'll take a par all the same. Another 2 putt. These next two holes are up there with the toughest back-to-back holes I'd imagine in any club in Ireland, so you're going to see why now. All the trouble here is right, so you need to be left. We're losing the sun fast, but I'm going to try and get as many holes in as possible. So up the left-hand side of anything. So I'll be aiming a little left. Just like that. I love this game. Another 5 yards to the right and I would have caught that valley the whole way down. Probably would have got an extra 30-40 yards with my drive. But look, I played a little safe to aim up here because I told you I didn't want to be right. Anyway, the smart move here is to probably just to aim down the valley for a nice approach in for your third shot. But I'm playing okay, so I'm only practicing. So I'm not actually even sure how far the green is, but I think I'm going to take a pretty aggressive line over the hedge and just try and see how close we can get. So I am telling you this is a big risk that I wouldn't normally take this, but seeing as we're just having a bit of fun now, let's see what we can do. A terrible shot, but it worked out okay. It's down in the valley. Look, I knew I was taking a chance there. It was a bad shot. About 104 yards from the pin, so I'm actually going to take your advice in the comments and club up with a 9-iron and just go at the pin. How's my alignment, folks? Too much club, I think, maybe. Oh my word, John, what a result. Now look, I listened to you. After my last video, everyone told me to club up, so I would have hit a pitching wedge there all day long. I hit a 9-iron, left myself pin high inside maybe 6 feet. Look, we're a team. This shows the importance of leaving comments. Let's try and get another par. What is going on? Pretty straight. Oh, I just didn't hit. I had the line. Terrible. Oh, that's cardinal sin. Look, got a bogey in 3 points. Let's move on. Well done, guys. Teamwork. Okay, the second of the two hardest holes back to back. That's because there's trouble all over the right hand side. Eventually I'm going to try and have to carry some water, but here you want to be up on the left because it even slopes down towards the water. So again, I'm going to be aiming slightly left and try and keep myself dry. Smart move could be a 5-iron, but I'm hitting driver well, so it's hard not to hit it, isn't it? If you're wondering why I'm panting, it's because we're losing sunlight, so I'm running in between all of my shots. So bear that in mind also. All right, up the left, slow and steady. That is absolutely smashed. I didn't see it coming down, so I don't really know where it is. Let's hope I can find it. See, I was in line trying to get all these holes in for you. I take this YouTube serious and I can see my ball. Now, how daunting is that? Near side pin, cross water. It's 128 yards to the pin. It's at the front, so a lot of room at the back. So normally I'd probably hit an 8-iron, but I'm gonna take your advice again and club up. I really don't want to flirt with that water. That's the plan anyway. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. Right, so just slow and steady. Remember what I was practicing down the range. Don't try and murder the ball. Guys, what is going on? I'm playing golf. I've overshot it. Probably hit that about 140, 145. But it's across the water, clean strike. What is going on? I'm glad I have this recorded. Right guys, so we're here in 2. So really good chance of the par here. Although it's still difficult. Must be 40, 50 feet away. Now normally I'd be bumping and running here, but there's a lot of downhill. So I think a putter is the safest move. It's the safest move just because how much downhill, and I don't want to overrun it. I'm going to aim up to the right slightly and try and leave it short of the hole. Have to get through a little bit of rough, but it's not too high. Go on, keep going. Oh my God. I mean, I can't be annoyed at that. I played that hole really well. Bogey. So what a stunning golf hole. 154 yards. Very difficult to hold this green. 6 iron. Had it quite heavy, pushed it to the right. Not a great golf shot, but we're down there. There's about 40 yards to the pin, middle of the green, so you can be long or short. So I'm going to try a risky shot again. Again, I know I shouldn't really be doing this, but I'm practicing. So 58 degree, almost like a flop shot. Look away now. I think that's about 3 feet from the pin. If I didn't get that on camera, people wouldn't believe me about that shot. That's for all you divot deniers. I do fix every single one, even if I don't record them. Not a bad result, 5 feet. It only counts if you make the putt though. That's where it pitched as well, 2 feet. Very unlucky. Come on, get your par, another par. Come on. Oh my God. I just need to play on my own. That's the formula, go out on your own, you can play golf. Straight up the fairway. For me at my level, that's all I really want to do at the moment. Right, so a bad shot, but we just need to put that over our minds. We're 110 yards out from the pin here. It's way over on the left. So what I'm actually going to do here is just try and aim for the middle of the green and get on. If I get on, I have a birdie putt no matter where I am. So trying to bring in course management here. Oh, struck it sweetly. Middle of the green. What more can I do? Right, so I played it safe. I aimed for the middle of the green and I've got here. It does mean that I've a long putt, but I think it was a smart choice. Didn't want to flirt with that pin position there. There's a drop off behind it, so smart move here is to aim for 2 putts to get your par and your 3 points. A little bit up the right hand side. Let's just lag it close. Do not go past the pin. From there, that's pretty good. Oh, Jamie. Slightly disappointing. A bogey and 2 points. Right guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. As you can see, it's getting quite dark.
That meant I finished with 38 points and 74 strokes through 15 holes. I didn't realise it at the time, but that meant I was on track for around 46 points, my best ever round, and even a chance of breaking 90.
But I hope you enjoyed that. It was a great confidence booster for me. I'm speaking straight after the round, so I haven't watched the footage back, so I don't know what my swing looks like. However, I do know that that's a huge improvement on what I've been doing recently. I know initially the first few holes there were some terrible shots, some bad towards the end as well. But overall, I think that I did pretty well. And my good shots were hit pretty good, my bad ones pretty bad. But at the moment I'm going to concentrate on my good ones because it shows that I can play golf. With a bit more experience, I'll be able to get those miss hits out of my system. A bit more concentration, they won't happen anymore. Pretty confident going forward. My big issue is just going out and playing in competition with strangers. I just let it get in my head. I usually just throw away the first 2, 3, 4 holes because I'm so nervous. It takes me a while to get into the swing of things. I don't know why that is, but I do know I'm getting better at it. The way I look at it is, have you ever heard the 10,000 hour principle? It takes 10,000 hours of practice before you'll master something. I kind of tell myself that's the 10,000 ball principle. So you just got to get out there and hit balls. Stand up on that tee box and just hit balls. Even if you hit a bad ball, you can learn from it. You can learn why you shanked it, why you sliced it. And you just take that and you move forward there and you try and use that not to hit another one. So that's what I'm doing. Lots of people are telling me, stay off the course, stay down the range. For me, I need course practice. Need to master the mental side of the game, and I need to work on my concentration. But look, hopefully you can see that when I hit the ball well, I can actually play a bit of golf. But overall, this is why I play golf. I just absolutely love the sport. I'm out here on my own just practicing. I think you'll agree the course is fabulous. It's my home course. I only joined December and I'm absolutely loving it here. Some tricky holes, the perch greens kill me, but I'm getting better at them, I think. Yeah, so sorry it took so long to get the course footage. There was a lot of wind, a lot of rain, but now that we're getting into the later evenings, the better weather, I'm going to be out as much as possible. It's not easy recording yourself, especially when you're on the tee sheet sandwiched between 2 groups. There's an onus on you, as you know, to keep up with play. So that's why I have to run in between all my shots. I have to try and get the camera set up. I'm out here doing it on my own. Who knows, down the road with a bit of support, might be able to pay my own camera crew to come around, and then I won't have to worry about that and I'll play even better golf. So look, if you really like the channel, I'd really like if you could think about liking, commenting, definitely subscribing if you haven't. I try and respond to every single comment. Most of them are overwhelmingly positive, which I really appreciate. Lots of people relating to it. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched the videos, who's liked, who's commented, who's subscribed. It really means a lot. I'm just blown away by it and I really want to do more. And the more people who are engaging with it, the more it's going to motivate me to do it. So I really, really want to say thank you very much for everyone who supported me this far. And I just really hope that you continue to support me as we go forward. Thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode.